Hey, this is Ben, aka Poly Yoga Guy. I'm here to share another practice with you guys from our home in the time of quarantine. And this class is definitely intentioned for those of you who've felt like you were building a lot of strength with us through the years practicing and are now feeling like you want to make sure you're not going to lose it by the time we open up again, which hopefully will be pretty soon. Once again, this class we're going to focus on some inversions. And so we're going to focus a little bit extra on shoulder opening because just to show really quick here, when you take your arms overhead, a lack of shoulder mobility is what causes people to banana back in either handstand or pincha mayurasana, peacock's feather. And when you banana back, you lose the capacity to engage core. So overall, that's going to kind of be the alignment focus of this class, is working on the shoulders as a means of preparing our bodies to go upside down. Anyway, don't let that scare you because it's going to be a lot of fun no matter what. And again, the poses don't matter. It's all the process. So take care and I'll meet you on your mat. One more time, we meet together on our mats. Beginning this movement practice with a period of focused stillness. Paying attention to the sound, to the sensation of your own breathing. Making sure that we don't commence on this practice still focused on other things, allowing the currents that we've been swimming in to get in the way of our focus. Letting every exhale soften the shoulders, soften the belly, and let any tension that you begin with melt away. And we begin one more time. 3 Om chants, inhale. Om. Okay, so the good news, first the good news, we're going to lie down on our backs to begin. For those of you who practice with me, the bad news is bring a block. So we're going to lay down on our backs. Just take a moment here to decompress, to feel like you've arrived. Any kind of movement that makes sense for you. You might thread the needle. You might take happy baby. You might simply twist. You might bridge. So as I so often offer, just a period of self-practice, self-led, self-driven. Just work your own way into your body of today. And then we're going to meet up and we're going to bring the block. And if you don't have a block at home, you definitely could use something else. A book, a phone book, or a dictionary of some kind might work. But I'm assuming you'll be able to find something that will work. And honestly, if you don't, you can create the same effect by squeezing the thighs together. But it's nice to have a little bit of a target to squeeze. So we're going to engage the low core by beginning to engage the adductors, the inner thigh muscles, and squeeze. And just do that for about 10 seconds of activation, coordinated with breathing. and then let it go. Keep the block between your thighs. And the next time we work, we're going to squeeze and we're going to lift the feet just off the floor as little as possible and continue to squeeze actively. And then we're going to take our palms up and we're going to lift the head and chest up off the ground. Get as much of the rib cage off as you can. And now we're activating the adductors, the hip flexors, and all of the front compartment of core. And we're going to smile. Squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Take a breath. Hopefully that little bit of work is already beginning to let your inner thigh muscles, those adductors, talk to you. And then we'll do it one more time. Squeeze the block. Feet to hover. Head and chest off the ground. Palms up. Breathe. Do your work. And slowly uncurl. And we'll take the block out for now. We're going to take our palms flat on the ground underneath our butts. We're going to lift the feet straight to the sky and flex the feet. Inhale here. And exhale, lower down. It's a little bit up to you how low you go, but come down at least 45 degrees and then engage your low core, like the skin below your belly button, pulling all the way to the floor, and then lift the feet back to the sky. And we'll work 5 like that. So down. You could play with dropping a little lower and up. And 3 and up. And 4 and up. And 5 and up. And take a break. Soles of the feet together, knees drop apart, arms open wide. Supta Baddha Konasana. Maybe move the knees side to side a little bit. Good. And now we'll progress. So keep the toes touching, the big toes especially touching, and curl that up. And for those of you who've practiced this, you know this work. We're going to take crow pose or bakasana on the back. And so much of the value of this posture here on the ground is in finding that equal and opposite force. Squeeze the knees in, resist outwards with the triceps, and look not down by your feet, but up towards the ceiling, just like you would in crow pose, looking out ahead of your hands. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Now the next place, we're going to find our handstand posture. Lift the legs to the sky, lower them back down, just like you were. And then arms up overhead, finding this hollow body posture. And then back to bakasana. We'll work this 5 times now. Open, go slow or fast, up to you. Don't let the low back come off the ground. And crow pose. And hollow body hold. And crow. 4. And open. And collapse. Take a break. Now maybe windshield wipers again. Good. And then we're going to hold our knees to your chest. Roll forward and back. Cross over the shins. And come to all fours. So we're going to extend the hands a little bit longer than we would normally, and then come up on the fingertips. Roll the inner elbows to the ceiling. So that's that external rotation that we work on so often. And then soften the chest through, look forward. Maybe take 3 deep exhales to create just a little bit more range in the shoulders. And then hands down, elbows down, hips back all the way to the heels. Take the hands behind you, palms up, rest the forehead on the ground. Good. And hands back down. Coming up into the cat-cow work. With an inhale, drop the chest through, look up. Exhale, tuck the tail, broaden the shoulder blades, tuck the chin. Inhale. Exhale. And now we'll add on, like we do at home studio. Inhale, drop the chest through and pull your heels towards your outer hips. And when you exhale, float the knees off the ground. Inhale, come through. Back bend, you want to strengthen your hamstrings. Exhale, arm balances, strengthen your core. Inhale, drop through, look up. Exhale, one more. Good, knees back down, tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Experiment with distances. You never should feel so constrained to keep one particular distance for any of these postures. Walk your hands and your feet in and out until it feels just right today. And then we're going to hold this posture. Find a drishti, find a place for your eyes to rest. Somewhere behind your heels on the ground. Play around with micro bending the knees so that you can work the tailbone a little higher to the ceiling. And then bend your knees, look between your hands, and really start to feel the strength in your finger pads as you come forward to plank. Feel how your finger pads are your brakes. And now bend your knees, hips back towards the heels. Downward facing dog. 2 more loops like that. Bend the knees. Come forward, break with your fingers. Hover the knees off the ground, hips to heels. Down dog. Bend the knees, look forward. Come forward, plank. Bend the knees, last one. Hips to heels. Down dog. And now take a walk, top of the mat. When you get there, fold it out. And inhale, come all the way to the sky. Exhale through prayer. Shake it out, dance it out. And we'll begin to move now. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hinge and fold. Take your right foot to the back of the mat. Drop the knee down. Come up into that low crescent lunge. Sweep it to the sky. Exhale, hands to the floor. Tuck toes. Press back. Find your plank. Ever so slowly to the ground. Take it in 8, 7, 6, 5. Strong fingers. 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, cobra. Exhale, let it go. Tuck your toes, plank pose. Downward facing dog pose. Look between your hands. Right foot there, left knee drops. Pause. Take it to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step to the top. Fold it out. Inhale all the way to the sky. Exhale through prayer. Inhale the other side. Go. Exhale, hinge and fold. Left foot to the back of the mat. Drop the knee. Sweep it to the sky. And take a side bend here, hands off to the right. Pause here. And let it go. Hands to the floor. Step back. Plank pose. Coming down in 8. Fingertips strong. Weight shifting forward. Elbows staying into the side ribs. Eyes looking forward. I think we're at about 5, 4, 3, 2, And one, cobra pose, curl up. Exhale, let it go. Tuck your toes, pop to plank. Down dog. Look between your hands, find your left foot there, right knee drops, Low lunge. Interlace the fingers, take this little side bend. Pressing the palms up, looking up. And let it go to the floor. Step to the top. Fold it out. Inhale all the way to the sky. Exhale through prayer. One more lunge salutation. Inhale, arms go. Exhale, arms fold. Right foot back. We'll keep the knee lifted for this round. Sweep up. This is more traditional Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge. Pause here. And then we'll give it elbows down, goalposts. Inhale. Shoulder blades together and down the spine. And exhale, we round it out. Press the palms together. Press the elbows together, the forearms. And then reverse all that. Inhale, open, forearms press backwards. Elbows pressing down like there was resistance. Exhale, around it. Everything good comes in threes. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. And release it. Balance is tricky sometimes. It's all good. Step back, find your plank pose, breathe. Down in 8, 7, strong fingers, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, I'm still not touching, 1, and let it go. Curl up, cobra. Let it go. Tuck toes, plank, down dog. Look between your hands, right foot there. Sweep it to the sky. We're after front left hip opening here. Right hip peeling back in space. Low back long. Movement, shoulder blades, elbows down. Palms pressing back, chest up. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, 2. Right? The thing about this physical practice, give yourself to it all the way. Be here now. Hands to the floor. Step to the top. Fold it out. Inhale all the way to the sky. Exhale through prayer. Last half. Inhale. Exhale. Left foot to the back of the mat. Come on up. But we're going to take the left arm down the back. The right arm out to the side. Turn your thumb down. Find a bind if you can. Find a shirt if you can't. Right now, bend the back knee, lift the hip points, lift the chest. Create a little more action in the bind until you feel stretch in your right shoulder and your left tricep. Let it go with an exhale. Hand to the floor, strong hands. Step back quietly, lower down in 8, 7. Get out of the heels of your hands by pressing into your fingernails. 3, 2, 1. Curl it up, cobra. Exhale, let it go. Tuck your toes, plank. Downward facing dog. Last half of the lunges. Left foot through. Right knee softly bent. Sweep it up. Right hand down. Left hand out. Thumb rotates down, wraps. Find the bind. Many of us will find this side easier if you're a right-hander. Take a deep breath. Create some softness in the back knee so that you can get the tilt in your pelvis, so that you can unwind your chest to the ceiling, and then work to back thigh straight. Take a deep breath and unwind. Hands to the floor, step to the top and fold. Inhale to the sky and through prayer. And we keep it moving. Utkatasana. Pause here. Prayer hands. So you can sit lower. Strong feet. Feel the action like we created at the beginning of practice of thighs squeezing in on the block, heels driving into the mat and then pulling apart. Inhale here. Exhale here. And with the next exhale, fold it out. Inhale, halfway up, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step, hop, jump, float, your business. Plank pose, chaturanga for a hold of 5. Shoulders only as low as the elbows. 3, 2, strong hands. 1, we flip to up dog here or keep using the floor for cobra. Exhale, core driven transition, downward facing dog, light on the toes. Right foot to the ceiling. Come up on your left toes. Bend the right heel to the butt and take it over. Take it back to the sky. One more time, heel to butt, knee to nose. Pause here, think cat pose. Push the ground away. And then take it outside, tap your right tricep. Get side core by tapping your left tricep. These are all targets. Back to the center. Find next to your right thumb. Ground the back heel. Find warrior 1. Pause here. And let it go. Back heel lift, step back, find your vinyasa. So we'll hold chaturanga again. 5, 4, 3, breathe. 2, 1, flip it. And flip over the toes, down dog. Now it'll be left foot to the sky. Pause here. Higher on the right toes. Left heel to the butt and then open it. Take it skywards. And now again, heel to butt, knee to nose. Move out onto the left tricep. Look forward. Down the middle. Right tricep. 3, 2, 1. Down the middle. Set it down. Ground the back heel. Warrior 1. Smooth. Back foot strong, back pinky toe engaged. Feet active, chest lifting. Good, and that transition. Heel down, heel lifts, step back, lower down. Chaturanga for 5, 4, elbows in, 3, 2, 1, flip it. Exhale, down dog. And now, bend your knees, look between your hands. Now be less ambitious. Look right underneath your eyes, straight down. When you're gonna jump forward, you're gonna land there, not between your thumbs. So bend your knees. The propulsion is from your feet first. Jump and land. And then step to the top like you made it, flat back, fold, chair, press to stand. Okay, good work. We're going to work like that now. Chair pose. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, flat, look forward. Exhale, step, jump, float. Find your way. Down for 3, 2, 1. Flip it or keep using cobra, my friends. Down dog on the exhale. Right foot to the sky. Open it, breathe. Back to the top, down the middle. Right tricep. Cat shape down the middle. Left tricep. Down the middle. Let it go. Ground the back heel, warrior 2 now. Breathe. Flip it up and over, peaceful. Let it go now. Cartwheel the hands if it feels good. Back heel lifts. 3 seconds in chaturanga. 2, 1. Flip it up, dog. And downward facing dog. Left foot to the ceiling. Go. Heel to butt open. Breathe. Back skyward. Heel in. Knee to nose. Left tricep. Down the middle. Right tricep. Make contact if you can. Down the middle. Ground warrior 2. Not a long time here. Peaceful. Exhale, cartwheel, back heel lift, step back. Lower down for 3, 2, 1. Flip it. Down dog. Okay, now the landing spot. If the last place felt good, stay with it. If you want to challenge, take another 2 inches forward. Bend your knees. You know that the landing, the softer you get, the more it relates to handstand. So press the ground away the whole jump. Float. Flat, back, top. Fold it out. Chair. Press to stand. I'm starting to sweat. Chair pose. Exhale, press to stand. That feels damn good. Inhale, flat. Exhale, float. Up dog. Down dog. Right foot to the sky. Open. Ceiling. Knee to nose. Right tricep. Center. Left tricep. Center. Down, ground. Straight legs. Triangle pose. Arm to ceiling. Breathe. Extended triangle. Finish the loop. Down hip. Look forward. Step halfway forward. Half moon with the support of the earth or the floor. Good. Look down. Left hand, left hip. Back to the floor. Okay. You can step, hop, or jump from here. If you're practicing floating, get your right foot back a little bit. Float back. Vinyasa. Rupali's going to kill me for sweating on her mat. Left foot to the ceiling. Open. Vertical. Down the middle. Cat pose. Push the ground away. Left tricep. Make contact. Center. Right tricep. Center. Ground. Triangle pose. Knuckles on the shin. Right hip peeling open. Right arm reaching to the ceiling. Extend the triangle. Enjoy the stretch for a moment. And find the back hip. Look forward. Back foot steps in halfway. Find a block if it suits you. Back leg is energized. Chest is open. Right arm to the ceiling. Eyes there too. Looking down. Hands down. Handstand hops are the name of the game today. All the way through. For those of you who don't really feel like that, it's all good. Just get the strength. Now you know where your target is. We're going to keep creeping towards the thumbs, but if we stop feeling like we can land soft, we know we've hit our limit. So bend the knees, float, land soft, flat back, fold, inhale, chair, exhale, press to stand, and one more round like that. Inhale, chair, exhale, fold, inhale, flat back, exhale, float back, up dog, down dog, right foot sky, open, ceiling, knee to nose, right tricep, knee to nose, left tricep, knee to nose. Find ground with the back foot, left hand, left hip, right forearm, right thigh. Spin the heart open. Left arm up. Left arm over, bicep to ear. Right arm down by the shin. Squeeze the hands to the block that isn't there. Good. Left arm down to the hip. One more half moon. Breathe. Maybe now we work hover. Even if it means I lose my balance on film. Good. And then down with both hands. Fold it out. Bend that knee. Take the little micro hop back. Bend the knee. Don't bend the elbows. Kick and hop if you like. Try to play with handstand. Which I have to be honest, since we closed our studio, I'm a little rusty. Take your vinyasa. Downward facing dog, okay? Doesn't matter. And any one day a pose will be there or it won't be. The practice continues. Left foot to the ceiling. Open. Vertical. Knee to nose. Left tricep. Knee to nose. Right tricep. Knee to nose. Find ground. Extend your side angle. Left hand down, palm forward, and then engage like you were squeezing something. 3, 2, and 1. Up arm to the back hip, look forward. Back foot in halfway. Hover if you can. Hips still trying to be open, chest still trying to be open. Left foot super active. Yeah. Transition. Take that little half step. Don't bend the elbows. Micro hop. Work towards handstand if you can, or just play this. But land softer. Land softer. All the way back. Up dog, down dog. Take a break with your knees on the mat. Don't come to child's pose unless you really need to. Just sit up. Take a deep breath. Handstand is a wonderful posture. And it's a thing that you can access in steps. Okay. Enough time for me. We're going to come onto forearms. We're going to first just take palms into a fist, and we're going to come into a dolphin pose. Be mindful to keep your elbows under the shoulders. There's going to be a tendency for them to splay out. Okay, so first just lift your hips up to a kind of down dog-ish shape. And one of the ways that we fail in our yoga practice is by always feeling like the correct action in the shoulder blades is together and down the back, which I just tried to model. What we really want to start to practice is protraction. So right here, push the ground away, lengthen out of your shoulders, and then look forward if you can. And 5 dolphin push-ups. Forward, chest over knuckles, press it up and away. And down. 2, and up and away. 3, up and away. 4, up and away. Last one. 5, up and away. And now drop the knees down again. Come on up. So one of the ways that these postures elude us is that the elbows start to drift apart for a pretty complex series of biomechanics. But what happens is the top of the shoulders roll forward and down when the elbows come out. You should practice that right now. Okay, so really simple way to actually practice strengthening the muscles that resist that impulse. Elbows down under the shoulders. Lift the palms up, palms to the sky and just off the ground. And about 5 times, just extend your thumbs out and back into the midline. And open out and back into the midline. 3 and back. So where I'm feeling it is out here in my right shoulder, the external rotators of the shoulder. 1 more open, down, and now when you put your palms back down, push the ground away and come into a forearm plank. And this posture will hold for a little bit. We're going to push the ground away, protract the shoulder blades, try to get your butt down a little bit, tuck the tail, engage your low core, and think happy thoughts. We're going to be here for 30 seconds. Keep pushing, keep strong in the finger pads. Keep thinking happy thoughts about me. We're doing this today because we don't want you to fall way off of the line you'd already set practicing with us. 3, 2, 1. And drop the knees down. And sit back on your heels and shake it out. Okay, so if you want to practice forearm balance, I suggest that if you don't already have the posture, you find a wall space. And I'll show what that can look like. And then I'll show it in the middle of the room. So we're going to put the mat up against the wall. We're going to bring our forearms, the finger pads about 8 inches away from the wall, elbows under shoulders, come back and then walk in. Either leg can go up, bend the other knee, keep reaching that foot up, and a couple little swing and hops can feel like all you need to accomplish. Or you can go ahead and swing up and find the wall. And come off the wall before you're too tired. And come on down and take a break. Now, away from the wall, it can look like this. Forearms down, elbows in, under the shoulders, protracted cat shape, right? Cat shape in your upper back. Come on up. One leg. And you might just play this, right? You might just play and make sure you switch feet. Couple swing and hops. Or you might play with trying to find the pose. And come on down again before you're too tired. Sit up. Wipe the sweat off your brow. And shake it out. And feel happy about whatever you felt during that experience. Any strength that you can generate doing this mindful movement practice is a wonderful, wonderful merit. So we're going to start to take it easy and come all the way down onto our bellies. And we're going to stretch out those external rotators of the shoulder. Get your left hand on the ground. Come on up like we were going to do Sphinx. But then take your right arm underneath you and lay it down. Now, something we find in the studio a lot of times for people who can't feel this posture is that they're open like this. Okay, so much of the work and to find here is to drive into this hand's fingernails down into the floor and then spin the whole heart, the whole chest down onto that bicep and then maybe forehead towards the floor or chin to that arm. The more weight you give to the left shoulder dropping down, the more you'll find the sensation that you need. And then Other components of the mindfulness here is big toes touching, slowing down your heart rate, slowing down your exhale. And we'll use our left hand to sweep ourselves out of it. Before we go to the other arm, we'll go to the other side of the shoulder. Take the right arm now straight out to the side, palm down, mostly trying to work elbow crease forward, so the whole armpit trying to find the floor. Left hand over here by the rib cage, roll onto your right hip point, and breathe like that. Left foot here can come around behind you if you need a little bit more sensation. We're trying to find that line from the bicep to the pectoral muscles. I want you to continue to be strong through the right hand. The right finger is gripping the ground. 3. Long, slow exhale. Good. Come back through center. And we'll reverse it. So right hand will get us up a little bit vertical. Left palm up across the body. Lay it all the way down. The more you can drop your right shoulder head onto your left elbow, the more likelihood you will be to find the stretch that I'm trying to help you find. Again, chin resting, forehead resting. Always, always, always back out of any overt pain or too much sensation, especially in joints. And as also always, give yourself the freedom always to experiment with these postures. Micro movements here and there of different body parts can generate new and interesting sensations. And that's what we're doing together, right? Let your exhales really release any tension that you might find here. And now again, we'll take our right hand to the mat or to the floor, sweep out, straight out to the left. Left arm out to the left. Roll that elbow crease forward as much as you can, right? That's the game between elbow crease forward and whole armpit to the floor. Now, this is my old injured, damaged shoulder, so this side of my posture might not look as in alignment, so to speak. But again, I have to do what I have to do. So for me on this side, my elbow is certainly not as open, meaning I'm not as much in external rotation as I invite you to try to find, as long as your shoulder can stomach it. Activation of the finger pads here, like you're grabbing the floor and pulling it back to you, is a worthy thing to pursue. It will share the sensation share the stretch between the muscles and the connective tissue. This is one of the theories. Slow exhales. And whenever you're ready, come back through center. Hands down. Press up. Find your child's pose. Take a moment here. And then come all the way up. And we'll lay it down onto the back. We're going to practice about 5 rolling bridges, and then we'll finish with a supported bridge. So if you didn't find anything like a block, now could be a nice time to have a pillow or even a couch cushion at the end of this. So first, we'll just begin with those rolling bridges. Just find some strength between your thighs, like there was a block there, from strength in your feet. Find strength in your glutes, and then bridge up and take your arms up overhead, touch down, and roll it down. I got to adjust so I'm not on the wall. Find strength in the feet. Roll up. Inhale. Exhale all the way down. One more. Inhale. 3. Actually, 2 more. Roll down. Bridge up. 4. Exhale down. Last time. 5. Glutes strong, knees reaching towards the toes, inner thighs squeezed in and all the way down. And then we'll find a block and we'll lift up. You might find medium height for the block. Either way, the goal here is to support the sacrum, not the low back. So it shouldn't be in any manner uncomfortable. It should be really quite easeful. And this is how we're going to finish practice together. Open your palms out. You might even allow your knees to knock in a little bit and your feet to walk out to the edges. So you're getting many of the benefits of a held inversion, which one of the main things that we talk about is what's called the baro reflex, which is this blood pressure gradient that you've established in an inversion, sending signals to the brain that it's time to slow down circulation, slow down respiration, slow down neural activity. But because we are yogis, we do not fade towards sleep. We sharpen our focus. We use these held inversions like a hack, like a cheat code. So that as the brain slows down, we can sharpen our focus to better understand why it is we do the things we do, better to understand how our samskaras, our conditioning, our programming, affects the choices we make, affects the relationships that we hold. And in this posture, we will scan our body, beginning at the feet, feeling a conscious softening of the feet and the calves, the lower legs, the knees. Relax the thighs, the hips, the butt. Relax your abdomen. Even relax the muscles of respiration. Allow your rib cage to soften. Your throat to soften. Your hands and forearms. Your elbows. Your shoulders. Pause for a moment and really centering in your awareness, your throat. Bring a conscious softening with your next exhale to your larynx, your vocal cords, to all of the glands that exist in the neck. Focus on the very top of the neck at the base of the skull, those 2 points, the occipits, really being a conscious softening to the very base of your skull. Relaxing your jaw. Relax your temples. Relax the eyeballs and the space between your eyebrows. And relax the top of your head. And so as you continue in supported bridge, or if it suits you to lift your sacrum off the block, remove it, and come into a shavasana, or some other restful position that suits your body in this moment, I'll share from the wonderful Pema Chodron a simple story. She said, there's a story of a woman running away from tigers. She runs and runs, and the tigers are getting closer and closer. When she comes to the edge of a cliff, she sees some vines down there, so she climbs down and holds on to the vines. Looking down, she sees that there are tigers below her as well. She then notices that a mouse is gnawing away at the vine to which she's clinging. She also sees a beautiful little bunch of strawberries close to her, growing out of a clump of grass. She looks up and she looks down. She looks at the mouse. Then she just takes a strawberry, puts it in her mouth, and enjoys it thoroughly. Tigers above, tigers below. This is actually the predicament that we are always in terms of our birth and our death. Each moment is just what it is. It might be the only moment of our life. It might be the only strawberry we'll ever eat. We could get depressed about it, or we could finally appreciate it and delight in the preciousness of every single moment of our life. Hari Om Tat Sat. So you should continue to enjoy the complete rest of Shavasana or supported bridge pose for as long as your life allows it. Allow any calm that this portion of the practice has afforded you to seep in, to really get into your bones. Sharp focus, calm breathing, soft body, supported from below. Supported by this practice, supported by the community that you are immersed in. For those of you who are ready to move now, we inhale, deepen the breath. Exhale. And the next inhale might bring a bit of movement in, hands at feet. Take your time to come to sit, but we will finish one more time sitting together. Fully alive. Fully present. And finishing one more time with this simple ritual of our own design, palms into prayer, into Anjali Mudra, and we sing 3 Oms. Inhale. Namaste. Thank you very much for practicing.